Welcome to the Brant and Sherry Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To order Brant's latest book, Life is Hard, God is Good, Let's Dance, or to find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.
As a kid, I went to a church league basketball game, and I observed it, and there were guys from churches presumably getting in big altercations with the refs and yelling at each other. Yeah. And I remember one of them saying, well, when you get between the lines, it's all bets are off.
Oh.
And I remember thinking as a kid, is that right? Like, I stop acting a certain way because I'm in this context, or I start acting this way. And I was thinking about that because I think it's messed up. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of wondering if people don't perceive of social media as the same sort of thing. Like, if I'm on social media,
all bets are off.
All bets are off.
Gloves are off.
Yeah, and that's just what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in between the lines here. We're doing the battle.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be charitable or like treat people as I want to be treated.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what's going on for some. Wondering about this. Is anybody else getting a little frustrated with having to give feedback on every single thing? You get an email like, hey, we want to know how your experience was.
Yes, I am.
Like, I don't want a relationship. I just wanted a salad. Or I rented the car, right? The car was okay.
Yeah, okay, there's that.
I don't want to have an ongoing discussion.
Well,
I don't know what else to do here. I just would prefer that I have my coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I went in there and got coffee, and you knew it somehow.
Yeah.
And then you asked me how it was. And I just wanted that to be like a secret. Yeah, so I don't think there should be a disconnect between my personality with my family or my neighbors or me on social media.
Yeah, my uncle, when I was growing up, not about social media, but that concept he referred to in talking to me is integrity.
Yeah.
You're the same.
Yeah.
No matter where we see
Right.
you, no matter what the situation is, you're the same.
Yeah. Well, you love people in a certain context,
Yes.
but it's still you
Yes.
acting recognizably integrated.
Yeah.
But so much of social media, it's just like, what in the world's going on? So I was thinking today we could review some scriptures that would be helpful. Like this one. There's one in Colossians. Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer each person. So it doesn't make an exception.
Yeah.
You can still stand for truth and all of that, but you do it with this tone of graciousness and unflinching, but you're still gracious. So if we can take time out just for a second to talk about Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Because I haven't for a long time.
No, you talked about Lord of the Rings Lego set.
Okay, all right, except for that.
Before that, yeah, okay,
but then some other stuff. But Frodo, he's the hero. He's not the only hero. I mean, Sam, obviously, is the biggest hero.
Right,
But then
of
Frodo's
course.
right up there.
Yeah.
There's had to be some questioning of him though, later, right?
What do you mean?
He's like, oh, I threw the ring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're missing a finger. What gives? Right? Hey, you're the hero. Hey, but we had a follow-up question. Your ring finger's missing. Just curious. What? Nothing.
Anyway.
So I spoke at a political thing the other night.
Oh.
How about that?
How about that? Please tell us how that all came about and what happened.
It's the North Carolina Family Policy Council that contacted me, and they do lobbying in North Carolina on state issues.
Okay.
So it might be stuff in schools or like moral issues, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. They asked me to come and talk about loving your enemies.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was awesome.
It is awesome.
And it was great. And I was so thankful. And if anybody wants to do that, I don't care what side, I will come talk to you.
Yeah.
And I especially loved these people. And there's nothing they said that I would disagree with, protecting kids and stuff. But even if it was the opposite, you want to talk about loving your enemies?
Yes.
And I even had the conversation with the guy who's the head of it. I'm like, do you think other organizations similar to yours would have me come? He said, I think probably 80, 90%.
Yeah.
Not all. But I'm just being able to talk about that particular subject in that context when that's not what raises money. It was their fundraising banquet.
Okay.
Like, I know that's not how you raise money.
Yeah.
You're supposed to send out outraged letters that are underlined and highlighted and all that, and italicized and capitalized. about what the other side's doing.
Yes.
So that you can be like, you need to get involved to stop them.
Right. That's right.
That's where the money is. It's not in.
I've seen those letters.
Okay, how do we pray for people who are against us?
That's right.
And he actually has relationships with people who disagree with him on every single issue, but they're friends.
Yeah.
Like, this can be done, but it's like...
That's encouraging.
Yeah, and I thought it was really cool. So if anybody's listening from that event, I was honored to be there and especially talk about that subject. Can't get enough of that. I don't know if George Clooney is listening to the show, but if he is, I don't know.
No, you're right. Sometimes he has to catch the podcast. He doesn't have a chance to turn the radio on.
Or he listens online. And
sure. He's busy.
In Italy.
Yeah, sure.
And but anyway, he just announced Ocean's 14.
Oh.
With the returning cast of Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and Don Cheadle.
Okay.
I want him to know.
Okay.
They don't have to do this. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, that's sweet for you to say. And they all, to be sure, not that they're old, but they're not getting any younger. They have families.
You guys have done a lot for us. I think
11, 12,
if
13.
you want to just, you want to just...
sit this one out.
You don't have to. Don't do it on behalf of us.
Okay.
If you want to do it, that's fine. But
yeah.
We're not asking for it.
As long as you feel like,
We are not asking for it. Hey, this is Brant. I feel like I'm doing you a favor here because I'm totally doing you a favor. If you want, you can take advantage of this. Right now, you can grow your savings really fast. America's Christian Credit Union is offering the best 12-month certificate rate in the nation. You're not going to beat this. It's 4.75%, but it's a limited time thing, and you can get started with as little as $1,000. But it's called a term share certificate, which is like a CD, but it's actually better. It comes with a mission. Your money gets used for things like Christian schools and missions work and funding adoptions because that's what America's Christian Credit Union does. Some awesome stuff. We've been really happy banking with them, so I think you will be too. It's a great rate. It's just for new members, 4.75%, but you want to lock this in before it drops. So here's how to jump on this. AmericasChristianCU.com/Brant. America's Christian Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Again, it's AmericasChristianCU.com/BRANT. Yeah, so we were just talking about social media and how to act on social media and stuff. Just some scriptures that are very relevant. Here's one from Ephesians. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you. Along with all malice, be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. That's written to people about how to treat other people in the faith community, in the church there in Ephesus. But it's very consistent about like getting rid of anger, and not being bitter. And if people respond to you with wrath and bitterness, I've had this happen to me. Like, you can't win them over. You just can't. Like, that's not up to me. Their response, if you're like, well, they never saw how nice I was being and then decided.
Well, wrath isn't going to help either. So it's not like you're going to go wrath for wrath and then they're going to, say, well, now I've seen the error of my ways.
Nope. My thing is to be faithful between me and God, right? And the words I choose. And I want to be consistent all the time, including social media. Yeah, I was thinking about this. They just announced they're going to do an Ocean's 14 or 15.
Yeah. I think 14.
Thinking, do they want some ideas? Because they keep recycling the same stuff. I was like, maybe you guys could get together and make a different show.
Different thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
right.
Trying to think of some ideas. Can't come up with any right now.
Neither can they. See
Well,
how
I guess
hard
so.
it is?
It's
Here
really
we
hard.
are. This is why we're at Ocean's 14.
Like I don't know, like a race car show or something.
Like Fast and Furious, or
Well, that's been done too, hasn't it? Never mind. This is worth talking about, I think, because sometimes we believers, like we're followers of Jesus, is where we're coming from. We can be obnoxious to people, and for reasons that we're behaving obnoxiously, and that's why they object to us, because we're not actually doing what we're supposed to do. But there's also, it's true that you can be on beam with the kingdom and still be obnoxious to people. In fact, we're promised that. Paul talks about being an aroma that smells great to the Lord. He loves it, but it's a stench to other people.
Yeah.
The people who are dying, it says, like they're they're not going to like it, and there's nothing we can do to control that. And you can be grace-filled, you can love people genuinely, you can pray for them, and they still are not going to like you. If you want to live a long time and live a healthy life, they say genes are one thing, but not as important as something else. And that is not worrying. I saw this huge Harvard study they did a couple years ago with 180,000 women or something like that. But they found that the women who weren't borrowing trouble from the future, they're not thinking negatively, not worried. 38% less likely to die from heart disease, 39% less likely to die from stroke, 16% less likely from heart cancer, 52% less likely to die from an infection, 38% less likely.
Man.
When Jesus is talking about not worrying, he's talking about something that he knows a lot about. he knows how humans are made. The stuff he tells us is for a good reason. Welcome. My name is Brant, and I'm a shock jock. I'm one of the jocks that shock people. And then,
Sure, as the name denotes, yes.
It's like a thing where you become famous for shocking people.
Not now. Though.
I haven't yet, but
yeah, okay, right.
But it happens.
Yeah,
and then,
sure.
But I also keep it clean.
Yes, you do.
So, but I'm going to shock you with something.
Okay.
The word apron didn't start off as apron. It started off as napron.
Okay.
With an N, and people kept saying, like, hey, I need an apron. And then people were like, thought it was an apron. And so that's how that's a fact. That is a fact.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually we just kind of like, all right, forget it. Let's just call it apron. So I don't know how.
Well, you're in the kitchen. You go.
Time
you
for
get
all
an
this.
apron, and then you're like.
Yeah, just enough. Just call it apron. Oh, this is a good one. We were talking about scriptures that are relevant for social media. Like, I should read this before I post. This is from James 1. It says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." There's this temptation to be really quick with the take. There's also a temptation, I see this all the time, to sum up what somebody else thinks in a way that isn't actually what they think. I see my own convictions put forth by people who disagree with me, and I can barely recognize them. Like, that's not my best argument. You're mocking something that's a straw man. For me to be quick to listen will help me to avoid making that mistake. I can actually hear what you're saying. Yeah, they're phasing him out. They're phasing out the creepy king at Burger King. We were talking about this.
Yes. Yeah.
I mentioned they should pick up as a new mascot, just go get Grimace.
Yes, and you said there maybe have to be some kind of high-level negotiation.
Oh,
but
I'm
there
sure
is,
of it.
in fact, a number.
McDonald's isn't going to just hand over intellectual property.
Of course, not Grimace.
Right. And
Right.
Alma said, great idea, but I don't think McDonald's is going to give up Grimace. He's got a huge follow. Well, my point was there is a price.
Yes, that's right.
Everybody's got a price. I don't know what it is. It could be $500 million. I don't know.
It could be. For Grimace, though?
I don't know. I don't know what the number is, but
Yeah,
at some
right.
point, McDonald's is not walking away.
From the table, they're going
Right.
to hand Grimace over.
Put enough down.
Before you know it, Grimace has a little crown on.
Yeah. Right. Before the end of the day, he's now.
Grimace King.
Right. He's the guy.
The Brant and Sherry Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.